Hello, class, and
Welcome
welcome.
back for Study D. Gonna be going into the Metro Division.
The Metropolitans.
I think a good place to start with them. And honestly, I think one of the more intriguing teams in the division, Columbus.
I don't know the East Coast divisions at all. I don't know which one is Atlantic and which one is Metropolitan, so this is up to you.
Okay, well, we're gonna start with Columbus.
Well,
Honestly, they had a pretty decent offseason.
yeah, Cole Sillinger and Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah, I mean, they re-signed Patrick Laine. They signed Johnny Gaudreau. Sillinger, who had 31 points, 16 goals. He's only gonna get better. And where's his name? Yeah, Yegor Shinikov. He's got some potential. Now, I'm sure you saw, though, that Texier is taking this year off.
Yes, I did. I was about to say that. I think he had some losses in his family, and that just sucks. But
Yeah, I think there was that, and I heard that he was in one of the NHL uh, mental health programs. I think he's been having some problems, and
yeah,
it could be from that. Man, you can only imagine how hard that is, and then just some of the pressures of being a professional athlete too.
yeah. So all the best to him. Hopefully, he can fix that and come back.
Yeah, and
I liked
yeah,
him.
I was gonna say he's a young guy. He's younger than us. So yeah, and really, we can only just hope the best for him. That aside, I think we have Kent Johnson, who's probably going to have his rookie season with Columbus. He had a tremendous tournament for Canada at the World Junior. I mean, I think Columbus is going to have a few rookies here that could really move the needle. And then they still have Werenski, they've got Bachvist, Jake Bean, Gavrikov, who's decent defensively.
Fix
They did
Wolanski,
sign.
who's been solid in Cleveland, and Liam Foudy, who looks like he's about to break out too.
I'm surprised that he's not on this roster, but we never know. Training camp, that could change. But he did sign Eric Goodbranson. So, I mean, at this point, he's just kind of a defensive guy. And they've still got Merzlikins and Corpusalo. Kind of hard to beat that tandem.
I think this is the last year that they have both of them, though.
Yeah, Corpusalo's deal is up at the end of this year.
And he probably wants a starting job somewhere else.
I could see it. And there was rumors for a while that Corpusalo was going to go to Edmonton, but of course they got Campbell.
Eh, Columbus, I don't know if there's how much of an expectation there is. I would say it's not a whole lot, so if they do good, great. If they don't, okay.
I mean, because if you look, Line was 56 points in 56 games. Johnny Gaudreau had 115 points last year. The only thing I see as a major weakness currently is their their center core a little bit. But I think they could make the playoffs.
Maybe.
Maybe
Metro
wild
has some
card.
good teams, though.
Yeah, but maybe as a wild card, I could see them making the playoffs. 'Cause, like, let's look at one of the better teams in the Metro. We got the Rangers. Who, in their own right, Panarin, Zibanejad, and I guess they're saying Lafreniere possibly on the first line. I think they want to see Lafreniere playing in the top six.
Yeah, the New York Georgievs.
He's
Or
on the team
sorry,
anymore.
Shostorkins.
Uh, they did sign Vinny Trocheck.
Yeah, he replaced Ryan Strome.
Yeah,
I think
and
Trocheck's better than Strome, and that's already a very good team. So
yeah, and then again, you're seeing growth from Lafreniere and Capocacco. Philip Hedel, I don't think, is ever going to reach the heights that they thought he was going to. But then, just look at the defense, though. You got Adam Fox. Keandre Miller played pretty well.
Yeah, he did.
And then again, yeah, Shesterkin, 935 save percentage of 207 goals against, and he had 36 wins.
And I think he tied the record for NHL save percentage. So, yeah. He should have won the Hart.
Again, will they be first in the division? Maybe.
I think they're definitely competing for it.
Yeah. I think their major competitor is, we're looking at next, the Hurricanes. Who, of course, have a pretty damn good first line. Svechnikov, Aho, and Seth Jarvis is what they're saying here. I think Seth Jarvis can hang with those guys.
Yeah.
Kotkaniemi as a second-line center, I'm not totally sold on that.
I'd like to see Marty Nachos on that second line really step into his own. We've seen that he has that ability to be elite, but he needs to be elite consistently.
I would say he's got the skill, but he only had 40 points, 78 games last year. He just got to step that up a little bit. But then, of course, they signed Paul Stastny. So you got kind of the grandpa line with Stastny and Jordan Staal together.
Hey, Stastny scored 20 goals in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
He's just got that good hockey DNA.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Usually a lot of older players, since they have to adapt to not being as quick as they used to be, they tend to play a little smarter.
Definitely. He's definitely a good penalty killer, too.
Oh, yeah. Solid kind of defensive guy. And then I guess they're saying Jack Drury might be a rookie playing on their fourth line. Now, adding Brent Burns to that decor, Dylan Coughlin, I think, is a big add for them. And it's cheap.
Yeah.
Brent Burns was kind of a unexpected move, I thought.
Man, he's still pretty solid.
Yeah, he's 37.
But, I mean, like, you know what you're getting from Brent Burns. He's going to give you good, solid minutes every night.
You'll still get some points. And if Pacioretty comes back before the end of the year, that's always something helpful.
Yeah, Patches is a good player.
Looking at anything else they've got, I mean, they've still got Dominic Bach. They
re-signed Bear. Oh, yeah. Nino's gone, too.
Yeah, Nino Niederreiter and Trocheck both left the team.
Yeah, I think they'll be good, competitive team. Hopefully they can get over that playoff hump finally.
Yeah. Just still seeing some of the powerhouses in the Atlantic, though. And the Rangers. They got to get past the Rangers. Looking to the opposite end, we've got our buddies, the Islanders.
Are they our buddies now?
We have very little cap space, a little over $2 million, and they made 0 free agent acquisitions.
I don't think they made any off-season moves in general. Or if they were, they were like not... They were like very minor league type things.
No, like they really made like none. And at the end of last year, they did get Alexander Romanov in trade. And I think he'll help the defense a little bit, but let's be honest, they don't have a very good prospect pool.
No.
Oh god, they have Andy Andrioff in the minor. I didn't even know that guy was still playing. I remember him from the Reign.
Do they still have Josh Hosang that just wants to like go away?
No, he's gone. Oh, the Rangers, the Islanders, they have Atu Ratu.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about the Islanders because they didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's just kind of Kind of sad.
They're gonna be bad again, I think.
Yeah. Will. Probably.
Hopefully Anders Lee will at least be healthy this entire season, though.
Yeah. He's always usually good for almost 30 goals.
Oh, yeah. He looks like Jim Carrey in The Mask, but he can play hockey.
See, probably one of their comparables. They probably won't be as bad as these guys, but the Flyers.
Oh, no. No, they will not be as bad as the Flyers.
No, like if you're as bad as the Flyers, well.
I'm a huge fan of Philadelphia giving Ghost away for nothing, in addition to a second-round pick, just to replace him with Tony DeAngelo.
I mean, DeAngelo had a good season last year, but he's also a terrible person.
Yeah. But I mean, like...
I mean, I'm not even talking about politics. I'm just talking about the fact that, like, he just does not seem like a great person.
Yeah, I think he did, you know, to his credit, to somewhat, he did kind of shut up in Carolina and just play hockey.
And that's the thing. If he does that...
He's good.
Yeah. And, I mean, again, he had a good performance last year. But, you know, I'm seeing that they're probably going to have Cam York playing on their team. Defense.
I think they have Kevin Connaughton, and they're so bad that he might actually get ice time.
Do they have Connaughton? Oh, they do. Oh, boy. But I think...
Listen, Kevin, if you're watching this, just stop. You and John Gillies, man, just go to Japan, please. You'll be great there. You're not good. And it's time to look at yourself in the mirror and say out loud, I'm not an NHL player.
There was that year that he had 10 goals for Arizona, though.
I don't care. You're done, Kevin.
I will point out here, though, Cam York, as a rookie defenseman, he's from Anaheim Hills. So he's actually from pretty close to here.
Okay.
And
good for you, Cam.
In 21, he's still got some potential. And then you got one of your favorites, at least names, anyways. Morgan Frost.
Morgan Frost has a great hockey name.
Yeah. Oh god, I forgot they have Ryan Ellis. Got Ellis. Their defense core, just on paper, isn't bad. They traded for Owen Tippett.
Yeah,
This team's still going to be garbage.
They're trying to get better. They're trying to fix it, but it's not enough. At least not yet.
Yeah, I mean, Carter Hart had a pretty mediocre year last year, and I'm sure that Felix Sandstrom is going to be the backup they need.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
No offense to you, Felix, but you didn't win a game in the NHL last year.
Alex Nedeljkovic won a game last year, and he was awful. So, Felix, maybe it's time to stop.
He only played 5 games, and he only started 4 of them. He lost all 4 of them. But he had a .910 save percentage in those losses.
Okay, Felix, I was a little too harsh on you. It's not time to stop yet. But if this happens again, then it's time to stop.
And he had a better save percentage than Carter Hart. I mean, a much smaller sample size, but still.
Yeah. I got my eye on you, Felix. Okay? You're on thin ice. But of course, Carter Hart, if you do that again, what the fuck, man? You were supposed to be good.
He does that again, it might be time for the pit.
Yeah. Is Detroit in the Metropolitan?
No.
Okay.
We're going to go to the cross-state rivals, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yes, the team of Beavis and Butthead.
I still don't believe. I can't believe it that people don't see that.
I had someone agree with me today that he looks like Beavis and Butthead.
He does. I forget which one is Beavis and which one's Butthead, but he totally looks like him.
I've never seen the show, so I don't know.
I haven't really watched the show, but like I've seen the characters enough to know that Jake Gensel is Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. So Jake Gensel, if you're watching this, get plastic surgery, man. Please.
You're a great hockey player, though.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're a fine person, but you're ugly, man. Just stop.
He and Crosby both had 84 points last year. I mean, I think, okay, again, they re-signed Malkin. They get to keep Malkin. Malkin is one of the best patch cards I have. It's got part of the beak and the patch, but... but I think they'll be okay. They might be a playoff team.
Yeah, it kind of depends on Crosby. Like, we keep saying... I at least keep thinking that, he's getting older and he's going to slow down, and then he doesn't, so... We'll see.
He's aged very well.
They got Petrie and Paling, too, so that's something, I guess.
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah, they do have Paling, don't they?
They do, yeah.
I think their defense, again, not bad. But, they're just kind of one of those teams that's just kind of clinging on to some of the success they've had.
I mean, hey, it's better than the Blackhawks are doing right now.
Yeah. I think as a team, their players have aged better.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. But looking to another team, final team in the Metro, actually not the final team, second to last team, the Capitals, Penguins' rival. They made the big splash of getting Darcy Kemper.
Yeah, Darcy Kemper is very good.
And they picked up Dylan Strome.
Who can be good, but isn't.
Yeah, he had 48 points last year on a garbage team.
Yeah, with the Brinkat.
In 69 games, though.
With the Brinkat.
Yeah, but he's going to be playing with Mantha this year.
Washington, I think they're probably a wild card team. Maybe the last divisional spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I genuinely think the biggest story here is still Ovechkin chasing that record.
Yeah, it is. And to be fair here, Washington has been pretty good about keeping some of their kind of key guys together for the last 7 years.
Yeah. And I mean, they did put on a good showing last playoffs, too, in that Carolina series.
Yeah, I mean, they just couldn't keep up with the youth on Carolina.
But it definitely showed, like, what veterans that play well together can do against a super team.
Yeah, and it looks like Backstrom and Wilson are injured. Unknown if they're going to make the beginning of the season or not. But I mean, they do have some youth on the team. Martin Faravari, the defenseman. And then they have, where is he? Kendrick Lapierre. Kind of excited to see what he can do. He got a few games in last year.
I've never heard of him.
He was just drafted in 2020.
Yeah, okay. That's why I've never heard of him.
So, yeah, they got a couple of guys ready to come up, and they've pretty consistently been a good team for a long time. They got Marcus Johansson back.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, he was part of their cup team.
Yeah, I've got nothing against DC. Well, I have some things against the city, not the team.
Yeah. Oh, and they got Connor McMichael, another young guy.
Never heard of him either.
Ready to keep playing. And I've always given them credit. You know, the Kings had Nick Dowd for a long time. He was with the Reign, played a little bit with the Kings. He's been pretty consistent with the Caps ever since, and he's been good player for them. So I mean, I've been happy for Nick Dowd. One of the, I want to say it's Nebraska. He's the only active player from Nebraska, I believe.
Let's find out. He might be the only NHL player from Nebraska.
Alabama, not Nebraska. He's the only active NHL player from Alabama.
Jake Gensel's from Nebraska.
So he's Nebraska, and then Nick Dowd is Alabama.
What the fuck is Jake Gensel doing in Nebraska? Rutger McGroarty is from Nebraska too. He's a prospect.
I was gonna say that name sounded familiar.
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team. In the
Are we ready for the last team in the Metro?
Neil Pionk is from Nebraska.
Nebraska having their little secret NHL farm.
They've had 4 players all time. Because McGroarty hasn't played yet, so he doesn't count. So it's Gensel, Pionk, Jed Ortmayer, who has 53 points in 345 games in the 90s, and Johnny Matz, born 1891, who played 30 games and had 6 points, I guess.
Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
Good for you, Johnny Matt. Who are you? Last 5 NHL games, March 11th through 30th in 1925.
Beautiful.
With the Vancouver Millionaires.
Oh, that's fun.
That's Nebraska's legacy.
Well, moving from Nebraska's legacy, we're going to New Jersey's legacy. Just right off the bat here, completely forgot that Jack Hughes got signed to an $8 million extension.
I never knew that, so...
Yeah, $8 million a year until 2030.
Yeah, I would say things are improving in Jersey. They're not depressing to look at.
And they've got a good center core going. They got Hughes, Peischer, Howla, and Michael McLeod.
Speaking of depressing to look at, I have another heart-to-heart here. Pittsburgh, listen, man, the Pirates aren't doing it, okay? It's time to stop. Every time I watch a Pittsburgh Pirates game, it's a new display of how bad you are. You find a new way to make an error on a play every single night, and it's fascinating, but it's not good baseball. Your park is beautiful, but it's time to go defunct and let a different team move in. Yeah.
Well,
so PK is not signed.
no, he's not. And at this point, I don't know if he's going to be.
Maybe not by Jersey. I'm sure someone will take PK.
On a cheap deal.
Yeah, but still, I mean...
Also looking at Jersey, they picked up Andre Palat, from Tampa.
And Eric Holla.
Yeah, Eric Holla was a good third line pickup.
They got Vitek Vanacek, too.
Yeah, Vanacek I think will be a big move for them. Vanacek and Blackwood. We'll see.
Jesper Bratt is excellent.
Yeah, and don't forget they still have Alexander Holtz and Nolan Foote in the hopper ready to go.
So yeah, I know you don't have any cap space, Jersey, but here's looking at you, kid.
Yeah, I think give it another couple of years, and I think they'll kind of be sort of back towards the top of the division again.
Let's hope so. Let's hope they're wearing those jerseys while they do it too.
Or those possibly rumored Kansas City Scout inspired jerseys.
We should
Those might be kind of cool.
we should just bring back the Kansas City Scouts.
Would require another pretty large expansion.
Listen, the Colorado Rockies stopped playing hockey and started playing baseball. So the Pittsburgh Pirates should stop playing baseball and start playing hockey.
Might be kind of a hard sell on that one. But I guess that does it for the Metro. So until next time, guys.